Oh my goodness, friends. Are we ever in for a treat today? I am at Clayton and Tina Parsons' home in Westfield Center, Ohio, and they have the home beautifully accessorized for spring and for Easter. And I am just tickled to have been able to come back and walk through and show you this beautiful home and the ideas and how she has some things accessorized. Now, Tina said that years ago she used to actually take things out and off of cabinets in order to completely overhaul the look at different seasons or holidays. But this house, it just doesn't lend itself to that. It is more something that just wants the little bit of extras here and there, giving it that just charming and whimsical look. I guess that's maybe the word for it. Look at those sweet little bunnies down there, and then those beautiful treenware pieces and the little shaker box behind. And here, just this little bunny on top of the whole stack of the boxes. Again, here also with the egg. And we've said in videos in the past here at Tina's home that she is very much one who likes the balance. And so if you see one on one side, you are going to see something here on the other side. I think sometimes, I know for me personally, if I see too much of something, it may bother me or my senses, like something is just wrong. But I never, ever feel that here in Tina's house. And I really think it is from her balancing her design in the way that she puts things together. I am just so inspired by how she does that. That really bring more of that spring season here in amongst their beautiful saltbox home. Look over here, the little wooden bunny with the wooden carrots. And I know in one of the other rooms we'll even see some pieces from our friend Karen Martinson, who you may be or know from Facebook and some of her beautiful work. So stick around and we will make sure to see that as well. I adore this grouping of all of those inkwells. All pottery and all different. Just absolutely love it. This home is just so well done. I've kind of teased Tina that all of the wooden spoons are pretty much here. So we don't really have to look for them anymore. Look at how adorable. Here the little antique Peter Rabbit sitting inside of the salt container, and then the antique book, The Story of Peter Rabbit, in front. And again, we have that balance with the bunnies on both sides. Little bunny here on the stack of the firkins. And then here behind me, oh my goodness. Look at inside this gorgeous cabinet that Tina's husband Clayton had built. How it's so warm, it's so cozy. The brighter colors of the Easter and the spring just make all the rest of it pop. And then on top, she has the collection of the coffee grinders. Look at that whole collection there in the corner of the firkins. And behind the firkins, the wooden breadboards. Just an absolutely beautiful home. I love the wooden ceilings here. Cage bar. And in that pipe holder there on the corner of the cage bar, those are seed. They're not like salt spoons, they are seed spoons. So if you went to a farmer's shop or a mercantile somewhere and you needed onion seeds or whatever they might be, the various sizes of those spoons would weigh out the various types of seeds. Here again, the little vignettes, each corner, so lovely. The bunnies, there's the wick snips, and those stunning tin pierced lamps. Again, also that wall, the mural done, I'm sure, by Jill Reese, who was a wonderful folk artist here in Ohio. I think some of the theorem paintings that are at Bill Romey's shop, that is also Jill Reese. And I could not find the name here on this mural anywhere, but her husband is the one that built this home. And I am sure that she was the artist who painted the mural. And here, the balance, again, this side of the sofa, just like that side. And some of the lambs and the eggs here. And you're going to see behind me Ann Clay's channel for some ambiance. We just turned the music down just in case there was something copyright on there, but you can check that out. Just makes a nice little backdrop here. I love the green, the faux moss balls or sedum balls, along with the bunnies, and then all of those punch tin lanterns and the mashers and the bobbins here. So again, here's the balance. The checkerboards in the middle, all the bobbins on one side and mashers. And then the same over here. And I'm going to back up so that you can see what's above. Look at all those beautiful crocks, those crock jugs up above this beautiful cabinet. Here, the main living room in the house, or the formal living room, I would say, is probably a better way to describe it. Oh my goodness. Here, another stack of the round painted pantry boxes. This is another one of the cabinets that Clayton built. All the pewter. They're the little Belique beeskeeps. All the way here up to the top. Really, really pretty. There's a little quick peek into the kitchen. We'll go back in there in a few minutes. I love the table there, that little bench, and then again, the mossy faux greens on both sides of that carrier. Really a lovely look. And then those little mossy faux pots have the poragers in the bottom. They're holding them. And look here, this little wooden container just filled with more of those. And Tina says she always looks for ones with different decorations here on the tops of those. And that's what she looks for when she's gathering up more to add to her collection. Again, love the look of the bunnies and the faux tulips. They are so lifelike. In fact, that might even be what they're called, is the lifelike or life touch tulips. So pretty. Here, a rye basket filled with the little fabric rag ball eggs. Every corner, the attention to detail here in this house is really something. And like Tina said to me earlier, it's different than the way she decorated for the different seasons in her last house, which I would have loved to have seen. I wish I was doing videos back then. But it's like the house sort of speaks to you and tells you what it wants. And so the things that were there, not all of them were right for this house. And so that she made that change. And those beautiful painted eggs with the blue design. They look like the stoneware. And just like we've said in some other videos, there is something about having the period appropriate lighting that really makes, it just adds the layer, the next layer of how the house looks. It just is. It just raises it into the time frame that you're trying to go for. Oh goodness, look here on the table. What a beautiful vignette. The rye basket, the painted eggs. They look like yellowware with that, just that littlest bit of the design on there, giving it that old country antique. I have said so often primitive, and I don't feel that that is the correct wording for this house at all. It has that early American, high country, antique look. Look at this little one. Again, more of those painted eggs with that little bit of blue design to look like the stoneware. I really hope, we're not done yet, but I really hope that you can put in the comments a nice little thank you to Tina and Clayton for allowing us to come back through their home again and see this beautiful way of displaying and featuring all of their gorgeous pieces along with the holiday decor. All right, let's go head over to the kitchen. I want you to see the lay of how the house is laid out. It's such a big house. Oh, I think there were some bunnies here. Let's go this way. Oh, goodness. Look here on the bench in the entrance. Love that vase-shaped rye basket. Again, filled with the tulips. And here's some of the Cody Foster. All right, let's head this way. I think I said Cody Foster on those last bunnies. They are not. She explained to me how the feet and the Cody Foster bunnies usually look, and they have these wonderful, almost like a clay design. These are the Cody Foster bunnies. And we'll go here in the dining room in a moment, and the fireplace. Here's the gorgeous cage bar. Love how all of the wine, or I've also heard them referred to as vinegar bottles, but more often wine bottles there at the top. Those are all stoneware, and look at all the different colors. Again, love that little tin lighting. Beautiful pewter pieces. All right, let's head into the kitchen. Can you see here up above those beautiful cabinets? Here on this side, that pierced tin side, and then the yellowware bowls. Not just stacked, but then the upper ones are flipped upright. What a great way to display them. Love the wooden ceiling. Oh my gosh. Absolutely love that ceiling. And here, this sweet vignette on the countertop. Here are the bunnies. Here's some of the hearts that I had brought to Tina on one of the other visits that I had done here. And those are all with the antique hearts from the early mats. There's a little chocolate mold with the bunny. And here are these. These are the little salts from one of the visits here. I was inspired to pick some up when I saw them at an antique shop recently. And all the little minis. I love the little miniature mashers and rolling pins, and you're going to see more of the mashers here in a minute. The vintage eggs. Those are usually always German. They're sort of a paper mache. There are reproductions of those now that are available. Sometimes even at World Market is a great place to look for those. Oh, the display behind me is just so cute. Love the egg cups. Again, I am always just blown away by the attention to detail here. We'll go here in the dining room and their family room in just a moment. But look here. Again, more of the little spice cupboards. Adorable bunnies. Love the tin, pierced tin towel holder back there. I'm not sure I noticed that ever before. And here on top of the stove, on top of the board, this little container with the nice little glass cloche. Those look like the malted eggs. They could be. They aren't, but they could be. I think Tina said she found those colored eggs at Hobby Lobby. And here again, what a cute way to do this here. with the paper mache eggs, and then covered by that antique screen. All right, here in the dining room. These also are the Cody Foster bunnies. Look at that sweet little bucket filled with the colorful eggs again. Here, this beautiful, just gorgeous display. Here, another, this looks like one of the early paint buckets. Again, filled with those colorful eggs, more of the Cody Foster bunnies. This is the table. I'll link it in the description. When we were here at their house at Christmas time, she had the Cody Foster snowman. That is a beautiful step back cabinet. Again, more of those spice boxes covered with the treenware. Just such a nice balance. Over here, more of the bunnies. Oh my goodness, how cute are those? And here, remember I said there were more of the mashers. Look here. A whole collection of the little mini mashers. The shutters here, Tina had told me Clayton had built for her here for the house. Love that collection of the rolling pins. Beautiful. Looks almost like a bird's eye maple on that one on the front. And the brown pottery and the brown transferware with the white in the back is such a pretty combination. And then the corn pitcher and sugar. There are just no words, and yet it's a video and I'm talking, so you have to bear with me. I love the collection of the measures here on the side. And all of these beautiful baskets in the ceiling. It just gives a warmth and an ambiance. Here behind me, again stacked. These aren't old, these little cupboards with all the little drawers. And on top of those are some of the painted eggs from a friend on Facebook, Karen Martinson, who does beautiful paintings like these and also gorgeous stitchery of penny rugs. Look at how cute those are. And this lovely, it's like a teal green, blue green. And what a great way to display the clay marbles. You know, we can put them in a jar, but having them out in a wooden bowl like that is just so sweet. Look at all the lovely colors in there, and they're so warm. Those beautiful breadboards behind, and then the loom shuttles all up above. along with the little bunnies. And Tina told me that that top cupboard that now has the pewter pieces in it, if you'll notice how narrow that is, she had asked Clayton to build something very narrow, and that used to hold her masher collection. But what's fun here is that things can be moved around. Look here on top, all of the butter presses, all those beautiful antique butter presses. Gorgeous. Tina's does beautiful cross-stitch work as well. That is one of hers, as is this one. Really lovely. And here, another one of the bunnies. Love that red couch. Again, so warm. And that whole wall, look at the balance there with those antique spice cupboards on both sides. Anytime I come here, I am so inspired. I hope you are feeling inspired here as well. But I will make sure to link the other videos. I'll put a link of all of them that we have done here in the different seasons. And those will be in the description. Again, more of those beautiful treenware pieces. The paper mache egg. A lovely punched lantern. And then down below is a huge crock. What a great thing to use as a end table. Looks like a 15-gallon stoneware crock. That one looks perfect, but you know, if you found even a cracked one, no reason why you couldn't use that. And then we're going to turn around here and look at this beautiful fireplace display. Again, the balance is just with the painted firkins on both sides, the pewter porringers all the way across, those lovely decorated eggs for the Easter and spring season, and the lambs and the bunnies. More of the bunnies and the pewter up here. And look at this bowl. I know in my travels over the years I have come across those little presses, and I've most often just passed them by because I thought, well, you know, it's sort of going to get lost wherever I might put it. But that's what's so clever about how Tina does her designing, is that she puts them all together, and now they become a focal point. Here are the stacked little benches. More of the treenware pieces. Again, on their own, one little piece, two little pieces, three little pieces. You know, it's not going to catch your eye. But here, because they're all gathered together, just like the crocks filled with the spoons, all of those things on their own don't have any necessarily real weight, but all gathered together makes all the difference in the world. Look here, the wooden egg timers with the sand, more of them over here on this side. These, I think Tina told me they were from Hallmark, but they're reproductions of the early ones, and they feel like that chalkware. They have the same weight of the chalkware, but I think she said they are resin. What a great look. Again, here's another one, and then the little chicks up at the top. And all the way at the top. The beautiful redware jugs. Here, even on the ends, the sides of the cabinets, they are accessorized. Here, the top one, the little breadboard with, they're usually referred to as like an angel wings because of this part right here. And then this one here, the tombstone style. So yeah, don't hesitate to put a little, either something to connect it to, but how cute to hang something on the sides of your cabinets. Here also looks like the maple sugar molds are on the sides of those cabinets. This one on both sides. Let's see if there's something on the side of this one. Not on that one. Well, Prim friends, I really hope you enjoyed this tour. Again, let's put lots of thank yous in the comments, thanking Tina and Clayton for inviting us back through their beautiful home. I know there's a lot of work that goes into doing all of this staging. Just gorgeous. Take care, everyone. I will see you very soon in the next video. That will be up on Friday, the next video. Barring anything going on with weather or anything else, we will be at the cluttered coop. So you want to make sure that you check that out on Friday, the video of the cluttered coop. So make sure to come back. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit like. Take care.